Hi, it's David Rittenhouse. Today I'd like to talk about how you can use one of these, a Fitbit. This is the Fitbit Flex Original, and how you can use that to keep tabs on the activity and well-being with your parents. I'm here with my friend Jay Smith. Hey Jay.
Hey David.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. And I'd like to have him share his story about how he used his own Fitbit and as well with his mom.
As a kid growing up, my mother was always into fitness and activity, and I took that upon myself, so I've always been very, very active. So after getting the Fitbit, I realized how effective it was in tracking my own steps. So for that Christmas, I bought one for Mom.
So I remember you seemed to have a bit of a competitive spirit, and you wanted to challenge your mom for seeing how many steps you could do and what she could do. And you're here in Victoria, and your mom's in Winnipeg. How did that go? What did she think about that?
Well, it wasn't unusual that from time to time, if I was a little less or my mother was a little less than my steps, each one of us would actually go out and try to beat each other. I'd go and take another 2-kilometer walk so I could beat her totals. Because being beat by a 74-year-old is, tough at my age.
Yeah, so you need to step it up a bit. So pardon the pun there. So what are some of the things that you noticed over time, or when did you start using the Fitbit with your mom with this friendly competition?
It was within months after that Christmas, and we've been doing it for years. And so there's an app on your smartphone, and you can track any of your friends, your family or friends. You can completely track them. So all of them are up there, and you can actually do it as a group, and you can taunt each other too. And my mother likes a challenge.
That's great. So what are some of the things that you saw to gain insight into how your mom was doing, or was there a certain trend that you noticed with the online Fitbit app? Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, the app actually breaks down your steps. It does it under a 7-day spread, so you can track the steps per day. Well, I would look at Mom's steps, and I'd be able to tell because she was pretty consistent. Mom would do quite a bit, 8 to 10 kilometers a day.
Wow.
And even more. And then I'd notice some days she wouldn't do as many. So those are the days I felt, maybe I'll give Mom a call and see how she's feeling. And 9 times out of 10, Mom wasn't feeling well. She had a bit of a cold. She wasn't just, her legs maybe a bit sore.
That's interesting because if you're just calling your mom or calling her like once or twice a week, there's often you don't get those types of insights into how parents are doing. So it's interesting. This is kind of like a secondary level of communication on activity levels, that you can see and get those insights.
Mom's also really very independent. She doesn't want to bother people.
Right.
So this is a way I can reach out to her and communicate, knowing it without having to be told, and then I can ask her the questions.
Which Fitbit did you give to your mom as a gift, and what was her, did she like it when she got it?
Mom, actually, I gave her the options. The first one that came out was very simple. It was a small one that you just clipped on, and then that one over time just wore out, so I bought her another one, but she prefers the clip-on.
The clip-on,
yeah,
okay.
She doesn't like things on her wrists.
Right. I've actually found, for example, this is the first Flex, and I've actually found that the clip, even for me, is just a bit of a nuisance to get on. So I can imagine for an aging parent, with agility and trying to get that on your body, that can be a bit of a challenge. There's a couple of different Fitbits that I've seen, like the Charge 2. As well, the Flex 2 pendant, and also the bangle, and then there's the Zip, and also the One. Those are some ones that I think are really good for our aging population. Is your mom still wearing her Fitbit?
Every day.
Wow, that's great.
The important part for her too is not all the Fitbits track steps. So Mom, whenever I get her one, I make sure that it actually tracks her stairs, because where she lives at her condominium, it's on the 4th floor, and she uses the stairs every single day. So she's able to track how many steps, sometimes 55 floors plus she'll do in a day.
Oh, wow. That's, gosh, I should be doing that in our condo for sure. Well, Jay, thank you very much for your insights on how to use Fitbits to stay in contact with a parent who may live across town or in another city or another country. Thanks for
having me.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Cheers.
This isn't awkward at all.